Well, this year marks a century since the 19th Amendment guaranteed women's suffrage, but not for all women. Newswatch 12's Georgina Fernandez joins us now live in studio to explain. Georgina.
Rachel, 100 years ago, Miss Margaret Newberg walked into a polling booth in St. Paul, Minnesota, and cast the first ever ballot for women under the 19th Amendment. Today, her stories and others were remembered by the Wausau community and how the fight for equality isn't over.
From children to teenagers to adults, the Wausau community marched on 400 block in downtown Wausau together to recognize the 100th anniversary of women's right to vote. The difference between today and previous marches, they're covering more than one side of the story. The AAUW says the U.S. fails to include women of color when addressing women's suffrage.
And while it's incredibly historic that women did get the right to vote in 1920, it's important to realize that that didn't include black women, and that black women actually had to put forth decades worth of additional effort to be able to secure their right to vote.
Speakers from the community shared the struggles of their ancestors and reminded community members of the importance of voting.
Right to vote is a privilege and a responsibility that was hard fought for by many. We don't want to lose it.
As Kamala Harris became the first woman of color to be nominated for vice president earlier this week, it marks another milestone for the Black and Asian community, but also symbolizes how the fight for equality is a still ongoing battle.
Black women need to be included in politics. Black women have the skills to lead, and that we need to be given space to do that, and that needs to be done with intentionality and with inclusivity in mind.